Hi everyone, welcome back to another beauty class with Beautyque NYC. Thank you guys so much for your positive responses on the last two. We're so happy that you guys are enjoying them and that you want to see more. So we're really excited to bring you our third beauty class today. And our theme is about long-lasting makeup for lovers because Valentine's Day is coming up, and this is going to be really great for any occasion where you want your makeup to stay on all day or all night. So we're going to jump right in today. And if you have, as always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments on Facebook, YouTube, our website, wherever you're watching from. Please let me know if you have any questions and I'll be happy to answer them. So we're going to jump right in. And also today, we're switching things up a little bit. We're going to be using things from a lot of different brands, including some things from Beautyque NYC, of course. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So the very first thing to long-lasting makeup is gonna be using the right primer, and a primer is gonna make your makeup stay on a lot longer, first of all, but it's also gonna make the application smoother, and it's gonna make it, if you use the right one, it's gonna make it grip to your face. So the one specifically that I'm using today, this is a baby size, but this is the Hydro Grip Primer from Milk Makeup, and this is really awesome for making your makeup stick in place on your face. So I'm going to take a little bit of this. You don't need too much, just a little pump. And I'm going to focus this in the area where my makeup usually slides around, which is in my T-zone. So my oily areas like my nose and chin and in between my brows. So not much, but this is kind of like glue for your makeup. It's really going to stick and adhere and stay all day or all night, as long as you need it to. Okay. And you can kind of see it's like a little bit tacky, which is good. That's exactly what we want because it's like glue. Your makeup's going to stick to it. All right. So for foundation today, I'm going to use one of my all-time favorite foundations. And this is from the drugstore. So anybody can get this. It's affordable. It is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. This is my baby. This is everything. And it's 24 hours. 24 hours. So this is not going literally anywhere. I've worn this overnight many times, which is not good. Don't do that. Don't do it. But if you need it to stay on all night, it will. So this is a very matte foundation, so you don't need to go overboard. And if you have dry skin, they have a glowy version of this, but I'm using the matte one, putting a little bit on my beauty sponge, and I'm going to go to town. And yes, it looks very light, and that's because it is, but we're going to even it out with some bronzer, blush, all that good stuff. So I'm also very pale, if you haven't noticed, especially since it's the middle of winter. And a lot of people think that if you want your makeup to last longer, you need to pile more on because it'll be harder to come off, and that is not true, especially with a product like this. Less is actually more, and one layer is going to dry down and it's going to last you a long, long time. So if you have oily skin and you have problems with your makeup slipping around or not lasting long enough, I definitely recommend a matte, long-wearing foundation. And you can see I look crazy, but the this side is my natural side, of course, and then this side is all evened out, and I look like a ghost, but it's cool. It's fine. And we're just going to even everything out using pouncing motions because we're pressing it into the skin, and it's really going to adhere to that primer that we applied. And I also go over my lips too. You don't have to do that. But I kind of like to have a blank canvas when I apply my lip product. So that's why I apply it on my lips as well. And I do go a little on my eyelids too, because it kind of helps prime the eyelids, although we are going to apply a primer there as well. I think that's good. I look pasty pale, so let's fix that as soon as possible. So the next thing we're going to do is concealer. As you can see, my under eyes are still really dark, and I do have a few blemishes, imperfections, what have you. And if it's Valentine's Day, we're gonna cover those up. Don't worry, don't worry. So I'm going to use, you might recognize this from a previous beauty class, but this is the Amazing Concealer from Amazing Cosmetics. This is like one of the most full coverage concealers you can get. So a little bit goes a very long way, and it's long wearing, so it's going to last you a long time. It's not going to fade, increase, and go crazy all over your eyes. We don't want that. So I'm going to take a very tiny amount of this and put it under my eyes. And I'm actually going to mix this with another product as well that's a little bit drier of a formula, because typically the drier the formula, the longer it's going to wear on your face, which is unfortunate because usually we like really hydrating, creamy products because they're comfortable on the face, but the ones that stay longer are actually the matte, drier formulas. So that's just kind of a rule of thumb. And what am I going to use? I'm going to mix this. This is going to do my color correcting and the coverage I need, but I'm going to mix it with this concealer from e.l.f. It's very, very cheap and affordable, but it's bomb, and it has good coverage, and it's a drier formula, so it's going to last all night long. And I'm just going to mix a little bit, and this is going to, that look crazy. I'm going to highlight, and then if I have any imperfections, I'm just going to dab a little bit over that. Any breakouts or anything. And I'm going to blend that in with the same beauty sponge and make some crazy faces as usual. It helps if you look up while you do this because it prevents the product from settling into the creases under your eye. And as always, blend it a little up on my eyelid as well. And like I mentioned, if you have any questions along the way, please feel free to leave a comment. If you have any requests for future beauty classes as well, we'd love to hear them. Okay. Looking much better. I don't look like I have crazy dark zombie eyes anymore. So pretty simple. But this is one of the most important parts of long-lasting makeup is setting it in place. You can do the most full beat in the world with the best foundation and concealer, but if you don't set it in place, it's going to crease under your eyes. It's going to fade and slip and slide. So setting just means you're going to put a powder over a liquid, essentially. So to make anything more long-lasting, you're going to set it down with a powder. So that's what we're going to do today. You can also use other liquid type products, like you can use a liquid or a cream contour, a cream blush. Cream, when you set it with powder, is always going to last longer than just cream or powder on its own. So today, I'm going to use powder products, but I'm going to set everything in place with a translucent powder first. This one's from Laura Mercier, a cult classic, of course. And I'm actually just using that same damp sponge. Don't be afraid to use your sponge for your powder, or you can use a brush. And I'm going to set under my eyes first because that is where the creases happen. We don't want that. That's not cute. So just dab a little and go right under your eyes. This also highlights under your eyes, which is good because you want that area to be bright and lifted and awake. And then I'm also getting it on myself, of course. That's what I get for wearing a black shirt. But I'm just dabbing that in my T-zone mainly. And then I'm going to take a big fluffy brush, take the excess in the cap, and then set all over my whole face so that this does not go anywhere. And you can still see I have some powder under here that we're going to blend out, so don't worry. Don't forget down your neck. And you can use any powder that you want. You can use a foundation powder. You can use a translucent powder. Translucent powder just means that it's not giving you any coverage. Translucent, so you can see through it. It's not giving extra coverage. It's just setting everything down in place. So make sure you blend out under your eyes. And we are all set to go. So the next thing, because I look ghostly white and pale, is I'm going to bronze. So I'm gonna add some warmth back to my face because I look crazy. So I'm going to be using one of my favorite bronzers. This is the Benefit Hoola bronzer. It's matte, but you can use any type of bronzer that you like. You can use one with a little bit of shimmer if you want some more glow, since this is a very matte look. But this is one of my favorite bronzing products. And I'm just going to use a fluffy brush, and it's a little bit smaller than the powder brush. And I've hit pan on this because this is like my 5th one. I'm obsessed with this. Get a little bit, tap it off so the powder doesn't go everywhere. And I always start at the top of my ear and blend towards my mouth, because that's what's going to make your cheekbone look lifted up. And Lord knows your girl needs that. So, hi everyone. See some people joining in. Thank you for being here. As I said, if you're just tuning in now, this is our 3rd beauty class, and we're going over how to keep your makeup long lasting for whatever you may be doing on Valentine's Day. So right now we're just bronzing the skin because I'm looking ghostly white. And as you can see already, this side has some color and this one does not. I look like a ghost, but it's fine. We'll change that. Nice. Okay. You don't need to go overboard, but you can. No one's stopping you, especially if you're going out for a date night, like for Valentine's Day, or you're going to be like at home and it's going to be like mood lighting, you know. You can go a little bit heavier with these products if it's going to be dark, of course. A nighttime look, you can always go a little bit bolder. Right now, I'm in the pure daylight, so I don't have to go that ham, but, you know, you can. Always get the double chin. And you can take it into your hairline. We're not really contouring today. We're really just bronzing so that we don't look ghostly white. And I find that this bronzer lasts a long time on my skin as well, which is good. And then I'm just taking my powder brush and blending everything out. We're going to do a future beauty class all about blending and how to blend with every step, your face makeup, your eye makeup, your eyebrows, everything. So stay tuned for that. So the next thing is some blush. Now I want to give a shout out to this product because this is like my favorite thing in the world. This is the NARS Liquid Blush in Orgasm. That's the name of it. So, you know, perfect for Valentine's Day. But we're not doing liquid today. We're doing a powder because this is a 12-hour blush. So this is going to stay on for hours. You're not going to look in the mirror and be like, where did my cheeks go? I don't know. This is from Tarte. This is in the shade Glisten. This is their Amazonian Clay Blush, and these are meant to stay on for hours. So I recommend these. I also recommend our ones that we have at Beautyque from the brand called Be Radiance. I used them in the last tutorial. Those are beautiful as well. But we're switching it up today. And this is a really long-lasting blush, and this is in like a glowy, like corally pink color, which that's my go-to. So this has a little bit of a glow too. I like a glowy blush. Some people like a matte blush, but do whatever your heart desires, especially for Valentine's Day. And like I said, if it's going to be nighttime, you can go a little bit heavier if it's going to be a date night, but you know, just feel it out. I think I'm going to go a little bit lighter on the blush today. But that looks really nice. It looks subtle. It kind of just looks like I'm a little bit flushed because I'm on a date for Valentine's Day. So I'm like, I'm flustered. Okay. And of course I said I'm not doing a lot. And then here I am piling it on. Typical. Okay. Now my face has some color to it. So we're on the right track. The last step for the face is going to be highlighter. And I am going to be using another one of my favorites. This is from Fenty Beauty, one of my favorite brands. This is Rihanna's makeup brand, if you're not familiar. And this is in the shade Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. It's 2 different shades. One is a little more subtle and one is a little more like ba-bam. We have a question. Do you choose bronzer and blush colors based on the look you're trying to achieve or match your skin complexion? Thank you, Mom, for that question. Both. So you can do a blush that's going to match, you know, like your outfit or your eye look, but also that complements your skin tone. So if you're very light skin tone, very fair, you know, you might steer clear of like a super dark, deep berry blush, although you can pull it off if you use a light hand. But if you have a nice, gorgeous, deep skin tone, that would be beautiful on you. So do pick one that goes with your skin tone, but you can also choose the undertone and the shade based on the look you're doing. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, I'm going to be taking some of this highlighter. I'm taking the glowy side because I want to glow, obviously. And this is going on my cheekbones. You can use any highlighter you want. We got really good feedback on our duos from B Radiance, our brand at Beautyque. You guys asked a lot of questions about those. It's a duo with a blush and a highlighter. And I highly recommend those. That's bomb. I like to really do up the highlighter, especially because this is a matte look, which means there's not a lot of glow on my skin. So I like to add it back with, oh my God, with this highlighter. And as always, I put a little on my nose. You just put this on all the high points of your face. And you don't have to go as hard as I am, but oh my God, sis, look at that. Okay, we're done with the face now. Excuse me. We'll come back to it at the end to set everything, but I'm looking crazy, so we need to do something about these sisters right here. So I'm going to use a combination of products. The first thing I'm going to use is a brow pencil. Now for a long-lasting look, you can use like a brow pomade. You can use a powder as well, but my favorite is going to be a pencil because pencils are a little bit waxy, which means they're going to hold everything in place, hold the hairs in place, and they're going to stay in place on your face. So this is from Benefit. This is the Precisely My Brow Pencil. One of my favorites. And this is the shade 4.5 in case anyone's wondering. But first I'm going to brush my hairs up into place. I need to pluck these bad boys, so don't come for me. I know. Okay, and I'm going to try and do this quick because I don't want to waste your time. But let us know in the comments if you want to see a dedicated brow tutorial in the future, because I can certainly do that with some of our products from Beautyque as well. Like the amazing brow kit that we sell at Beautyque. That is bomb, especially for beginners. But I'm going to kind of breeze through this today, and hopefully I don't end up looking crazy. But I always start under the arch of my brow and use short hair-like strokes and fill in the tail first and then fade inward, because you do not want to over apply brow product on the inside because you're going to look like you have crazy block eyebrows, which that's not a look. It's not a look. I will be the first to tell you because I have been there, especially with brow pomade. You got to be careful. But yeah, just short strokes. I know this is the boring part. Brows are my least favorite part of makeup because they're pretty much the same every time. But you don't have to go too hard. Just fill them in. And if you're blessed with full luscious brows, I'm jealous of you, but I am not. I also have a scar here and my hair like grows weird. So if you have thick brows, you are humbled and blessed. Next one. And please don't be too concerned about getting them exactly even. They don't have to be perfect. But you know, do your best, practice whenever you have time, and you will get the hang of it. Now this brow pencil is very pigmented, so you have to be careful because you can go overboard pretty quick. But use a very light hand that's what I would say. And then always go back and forth using the spoolie to blend it out. Okay. And these are not, you know, like sharp, perfect eyebrows. I'm not going for that today. I'm going for like a little bit more of like a natural, fluffy looking brow. But if you want to go super fleeky and make them nice and sharp, do it, sis, do it. I like to do that a lot of the time as well, but you know, that's fine for today. And then of course, I'm gonna set it in place with the brow gel from Amazing Cosmetics. This is a brow gel and a lash primer. And I'm gonna use this to set my brow hairs in place because we want this to last all night long, obviously. And if you don't set your brows, girl, they're gonna be crazy. We have another question. Hi, Andrea. How do you determine the shade of your brow products to use the darkest shade of your hair? That's a really good question. So typically I would say yes, you would go off of like your root color. I would not do a blonde color on my eyebrows, even though most of my hair is blonde right now. I would say go off of your natural hair color or the darkest part of your hair, but maybe like 1 to 2 shades lighter than that. Because if you have black hair, you do not want to do dark black eyebrows. You will go a little bit lighter, more like a dark brown, or even like more of a dark taupey shade. So be careful if you have really, really dark hair. I used to use a very dark brow color and I was looking crazy. But yeah, that's a great question. I would go off the darkest part of your hair, but maybe 1 to 2 shades lighter than that to be safe. I would always go a little bit lighter than darker, especially if you have blonde hair. People with blonde hair can definitely go a little bit darker. You don't have to use like, if you have bleach blonde hair, you're not going to do like bleach blonde eyebrows. I mean, you can, but I would not recommend that. You're going to do more of like an ashy taupey color. But yeah, I hope that answered your question. And like I said, if you all want to see a dedicated video all about eyebrows, let us know. And I'm happy to do that. So the eyebrows are done now. And now we're going to move on to eyes. Now we're going to keep the eyes pretty simple today. So hopefully you all can recreate this look if you want a Valentine's Day look or just any date night look or whatever, if you just want to keep your makeup on. But the first step is going to be to prime the eyelids just like we did with the face. This is like an OG. Like this is one of the first like high-end makeup products I ever bought. This is the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and this is a tried and true. This will make your eyeshadow stay on until you take it off. Like it's not going anywhere. It's not going to crease. It's not going to fade. When I worked at Sephora, then one of the #1 questions I got is how do you make your eyeshadow stay on all day long? And I was like, in your basket. So this, you just need a little bit. It goes a long way. They have different shades. If you don't have a primer, you can use concealer or foundation on your eyelids. Hello to everybody who's just now joining. Right now we're priming our eyelids because we're about to do some eyeshadow, but you just need a very small amount. So I'm talking like little baby dot. And I have crazy nails right now. So this is a little difficult, but you can use a brush, you can use your sponge. If you're using concealer, you can use the applicator, but just enough to like kind of cover your eyelid, a very thin layer. And that'll be it. You're not really going to see it because it's like translucent. It's like a light tone that's similar to my skin tone. So it looks like I'm not putting on much right now, but it's going to make a world of difference. And I'm just blending it out a little with my sponge. Okay. So our eyelids are prepped now, and whatever shadows we put on top are not going anywhere. I have done this and worn eyeshadow and slept in it, which is bad. Don't do that. And I wake up and my eyeshadow looks like I just did it. Seriously, people would tell me that all the time because I may have done that more than once. But again, don't do that. So today we're going to be, oh, we have a question. Hello, I love Tarte products. That's a pretty color blush on you. I have that one by Fenty. Thank you. So gorge. Can I buy that from Beautyque? Unfortunately, no, we don't have Tarte and Fenty at Beautyque, but we do have, I talked earlier about the one from B Radiance. They have a duo that is a blush and a highlighter. So it's 2-in-1 if you like the Tarte and the Fenty. It's like both of them in one. Do I have it? I don't have it right here. But it's like this same color of blush and the same color of highlight, and you get them both in a compact. It's called the Color and Glow Probiotic Blush and Highlighter. Highly recommend that one. Check it out. That is at beautyque.nyc. Thank you for your question. I love Tarte too, and Fenty. Fenty's like one of my favorite brands, but check out the one from B Radiance because it is bomb and it's affordable too. And it's good for your skin. But thank you for your question. So we're going to do some eyeshadow now. I'm going to keep the look pretty simple because we're going to do like a more Valentine's Day look next week. So stay tuned for that as well. But I'm just going to do something pretty simple and neutral that you guys can recreate at home. And I'm using the Nude Mood palette from ColourPop. This is like really cheap as well. Looks like this. It's a 9-pan and it's bomb. And that's what we're going to use today. So first thing I'm going to do is figure out what I'm going to do. We have another comment. I can vouch for you on that. I've seen perfect eyeshadow on you after you've slept with it. That's facts. My mom is exposing my whole life right now. LOL, even though I know you don't usually sleep with any makeup on. That's right. That's facts. Don't roast me like that. I take off my makeup at night, as you should. And we have products at Beautyque as well for taking off your makeup at night. So check those out as well. So I'm going to take a blending brush first. This is just like a fluffy blending brush. Everybody should have one of these. We have really cool eye brushes from Dome Beauty at Beautyque NYC. This is from like Morphe or something. I don't know. Not important. Any blending brush. Hello to the new people that are joining as well. I see you guys here. Hello. I'm going to take just like this mid-tone brown color. This is called our transition shade because it helps you blend out all your other shadows. And I'm going to try and do this pretty quick so you're not sitting here all day watching me blend eyeshadow. But I'm using circular motions on the outer corner of my eye and kind of blending it up in my crease. Very simple, nothing crazy. If you want, you can just take like a shimmery eyeshadow in your finger and just swipe it all over your lid like the ones from Dome Beauty, which we also have at Beautyque. If you're scared of blending and doing like crazy eyeshadow looks, I highly recommend those. We also have ones from Dome. They're called 24-hour eye jewels, which are long-lasting AF because they last 24 hours. So those are long-lasting as well if you want something really easy and simple. But we're switching it up today since we used those last week. Hello to everybody just joining as well. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. I know it's like the middle of a Wednesday, but you know, sometimes you just need a break and you need to watch somebody put stuff on their face. And I could sit here all day blending this, but I will spare you. So really simple. Just make sure it's blended out. And if you would like just want to get in, are just starting to get into eyeshadow, the first thing you need is a blending brush. Like, get one, sis. If you don't have one, just bite the bullet and get one. I don't want to see you using those eyeshadow applicators that come in the like. I don't want to see it. Don't do it. So after that, we just have the base transition color. I'm going to take a little bit of the darker shade down here This has like a little bit of a pinky hue, so Valentine's Day, obviously, and this is going to tie in with our lip color. It's called the Cocoa. All right. And I'm just layering that on top of the other shadow we just applied. And since I applied the primer, all these shadows are going to stick right on my eyelid. They're not going to crease or like, I don't have a lot of fallout. I might have some because that's what happens with powder eyeshadow, but it's all good. So I'm just deepening it up a little. With a fluffy brush, obviously. So the idea is just to make sure you don't have any harsh lines. And like I said, we're going to keep it pretty simple. So anybody can do this. Don't be intimidated by eyeshadow. Like I said, this palette is like $12. It's like so cheap. You can use drugstore products. You can use the Dome Beauty eyeshadows that I talked about. Use whatever your heart desires. Okay. See, now I'm getting carried away and I just keep blending, but I need to stop. Somebody stop me. Somebody come get me. See, I could do this all day, y'all. Okay, let me stop. Okay, so now that the colors are, the crease and outer corners blended, we have some dimension. I'm gonna put a shimmery color on my eyelid, just using my finger, which is gonna be hard because I have these crazy nails on. But I'm just gonna take this light shimmery shade on my finger and pat it on my eyelid. Don't be afraid to use your fingers for makeup as long as your hands are clean, obviously. A lot of the times, shimmery shades work best with the finger because the oils and warmth from your finger helps melt it into your skin and makes it apply brighter. We have a comment. Dana is an eyeshadow blending master and such a great makeup teacher. She makes any product look luxurious. Thank you, Catherine. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. Anybody can be an eyeshadow blending master. That's the point. Like I said, we're going to do another beauty class all about blending. So stay tuned for that. And you can also subscribe to our events calendar on Beautyque.nyc. That's where we post all our upcoming events. So you can subscribe to that and then you'll be notified when we have new events coming. So if you're interested in the blending one, subscribe to our calendar so you know when it's coming up. It's Beautyque.nyc. You can see it here, I think. It's BeautyQue.nyc. Okay. I'm going to stop there because I could keep going all day, but it's really simple. This is like an everyday look. I would do this every single day. But of course, I have to be extra, and I'm going to do some eyeliner. Now I'm excited to use this product. This is the black eyeliner, subtle to smoky gel eyeliner from Dome Beauty. Now I've talked about this brand in both of our last tutorials. I really love this brand because they're a 360-degree clean beauty brand, which means every part of their brand is totally clean, safe, non-toxic, and that's good because this is going right by your eyes. So I recommend this if you're interested in gel eyeliner. So what it is, it's like in a little pot like this. It's super black, which I enjoy because it's going to give you like a really bold look. And I'm going to use the brush from Dome Beauty. This is from the cruelty-free 3-piece eye brush set, which we do sell at Beautyque. We have both these products at Beautyque if you're interested. But you can also use a liquid liner. You can skip liner. But since this is for long lasting, I'm going to use this gel liner because it'll stay on your face. And here is where you can shop Dome Beauty. Do it now. Not now. After this is over. After this is over. Don't do it. Okay, and I'm gonna get, this brush is really cool because it's like really pointy and precise. So anybody can use this, I promise. Don't be afraid. But watch me mess this up. Watch me mess this up after I just hyped it up so much. But I'm gonna do a thin line on my upper lash line. And this is gonna make my lashes look fuller. Andrea said, why do you like gel versus liquid liner better? Now, I don't necessarily like one better than the other. It's just good for different purposes. I actually usually use liquid liner every single day. That's like my go-to. But for beginners, a lot of beginners have trouble with liquid liner if their eyes water or if they're not familiar with like the thin brush that you apply it with. So if you're a beginner and you want to do like upper liner, I think gel is really good. And I learned with gel. That's what I started with. So that's what I recommend for beginners. And also I just find that gel stays on like forever. So yeah, that's a really good question, Andrea. But I do typically use liquid on a day-to-day basis. But if I'm gonna be really extra or want to be like super, super long lasting, I will use a gel. And sorry, I can't really talk that well while I do this. But I will do my best. And I'm just gonna flick it out a little at the corner. Nothing crazy. I always say that, and then I do like the craziest wing. And sometimes I do a combination of both. Like I'll do gel eyeliner, and then I'll use liquid to do the wing at the end. So thank you for your question. If anyone else, I see people joining throughout. So if you have any questions, suggestions, anything, please leave a comment. And then we're gonna try and match it over here, which is, it's a toss-up. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. And you can also use an angled brush for gel eyeliner, which that's how I learned to do gel eyeliner, which is with an angled brush. But this one's actually really nice because it's made specifically for this gel liner, and it's very precise. I prefer an angled brush to do a wing, but I prefer this to do, like the line across your eye. And you don't have to do a wing. I also use gel eyeliner on my waterline too. And this is non-toxic, so don't be afraid if you get some, in your waterline area. And look at me, I said I was not gonna do too much, and like, look, of course, it's the too much gene that I have. Okay, let me stop again. So that's the eyeliner. Again, this is from Dome Beauty. This is fire. You should try it if you're interested in trying gel eyeliner. Now for the fun part, I'm gonna do some lashes again just because I love lashes. And if this is a Valentine's Day date night, put on some lashes. Or you don't have to, but do something, complete the look. Use like a volumizing mascara. Or if you want it to be super long lasting, you can use a waterproof mascara. I personally do not love waterproof mascara just because it's really hard to get off. But if you really want it to be like 100% budge proof, try a waterproof one, but you better get a waterproof eye makeup remover or else you're going to have some issues, which we have makeup remover pads and other things at Beautyque. So shop Beautyque.nyc after this. If you haven't already, go to our virtual store because it is bomb supremo. Okay, we're gonna do magnetic lashes again because like I love them. And if you haven't tried magnetic lashes, you should. I don't know what you're waiting for. Open a new tab and go search them and buy some. These are from Kiss, which is it's a drugstore brand, so it's really cheap. And these are bomb also. So I'm gonna actually use the magnetic liner and go over this a little, just a tiny bit. I'm not actually like lining my eyes. I'm just using this to adhere the lashes. But you don't have to use magnetic lashes. You don't have to use lashes at all. But I want to, so I will. And this is the liquid liner. Again, I am not covering up that gel eyeliner we did. I'm just putting a very, very small little line so that my lashes can stick to it. And again, you do not have to do this, but why not? Really quick. And you can see how putting liner on just like really makes your eyes pop. I much prefer doing eyeliner on my upper lash line and not my bottom, but that's just because of my eyes, and I like my eyes to look more open and awake and wide because your girl is always tired. But I know a lot of people like to put eyeliner underneath as well. I would not recommend doing liquid underneath, but you can use this gel liner underneath. You can use the 24-hour eye jewels from Dome Beauty as a liner as well. Just a note. So yeah. Now, while I'm waiting for that to dry, because it needs to dry first, I'm gonna do my lips. We're almost done. See, it's not taking that long. You could do this quick, I promise. If you're not talking like me, you can do this quickly. So for my lips, I'm gonna do a liquid lipstick because a liquid lipstick is gonna last longer than any other lip product. Lip products, a lipstick and a bullet, they feel really nice and comfortable on your lips and moisturizing. However, they're not gonna last if you're like out on a date, like eating a meal or like kissing somebody or like doing whatever you gotta do. It's gonna transfer off. So that's why we're using a liquid lipstick today. Last week we used a really, really awesome one. It was from a brand called The Sexiest Beauty, which we have at Beautyque NYC. If you want a really long wearing liquid lipstick, check them out at beautique.nyc. They are called the S Proof, which is important for Valentine's Day, matte sheen liquid lipstick. So check those out. Today, I'm going to show you something new. This is a liquid lipstick from Huda Beauty, which is really Sexiest Beauty. Check it out. Which is a really popular brand, like on Instagram, whatever. These are like my favorite thing in the whole world. This is a mini size. They're like usually like a full size tube, but they're so comfortable, but they last so long. So long. You can kiss, you can eat, you can drink, you can do whatever. And I'm going to put a lip liner on first because lip liner is also going to help the longevity of it. And this is in the shade Trophy Wife from Huda Beauty. I can't really talk while I do this, so just enjoy my weird faces and feel free to ask questions as well. So I'm just doing, I look wild. I'm just doing a line around my lips, and this is gonna like contain the lipstick so it doesn't like feather or like streak or bleed or anything. This is not necessary because liquid lipsticks stay like forever, but I like this lip liner, so yeah. And if you want your lips to look like bigger, more voluptuous, I look so funny. You can overline your lips to make them look a little plumper. I'm not going to do that today because I'm going to be wearing a mask shortly, so no one's going to see all this anyway. Um, but you can. It can be messy. It's all good. Um, and you're ready to go. Just kidding. Use your liquid lipstick next. These smell so good. They smell like vanilla or something. And just fill it in. And this is like a rosy, like mauve color, which I thought was appropriate for Valentine's Day. But of course, you can also do like the one we used last week. It's like a deep blood red. We love you, Dana. Oh, thanks so much. I love all of you as well. And yeah, I love this lip color. Thank you so much. um, like I said last time, take your time doing the liquid lipstick because once it's there, it's really hard to take off. So if you like go outside the lines, it's going to be hard to touch up. So that's why I'm taking my time, going a little bit slow. And I could spend all day perfecting this, but I'm trying to go quick for you. Okay. I think we're good. Now, I would not recommend topping this with a lip gloss because that's going to make it not last as long. It's going to make it, it's going to feel nice and hydrating, but if you go to like kiss somebody, your man or your woman with lip gloss, it's going to be a mess. Or if you eat. So I would recommend something matte. Like I said, the Sexiest Beauty has the matte sheen and the matte shine. I recommend the matte sheen for long wear. But yeah, that's the lips. And then last thing, almost last thing, we're going to stick on these lashes now. I hope they stick. I hope I put enough magnetic liner, but I'm just going to put this on my eye and then adjust it if I need to with some tweezers. So we're going to stick her on. Oh my God, it's sticking to the tweezers. Oh my God. That's pretty easy. We have a question. Hi, Megan. I have a hard time with lipstick because my lips are often chapped and I feel like it shows through / looks weird. Any recommendations? Yes. I would recommend doing a lip scrub first or exfoliating your lips if you have dry, chapped lips and you find that lipstick makes like them look textured or anything like that. I would do like a sugar lip scrub, or you can make your own lip scrub at home with like sugar and honey. Or you can buy a lip scrub, of course, but I recommend doing a lip scrub. You can sleep with like a lip mask on at night or just like a really hydrating lip balm. So at the beginning of the look, like when I'm doing primer, moisturizer, whatever, put on like a lip mask or a lip balm or whatever, and then do your whole look. And then at the end, it will have been sitting there for a long time. So your lips should be hydrated and exfoliated, and then do your lipstick. And if you have like super dry, chapped lips, a more hydrating lipstick is going to be better. It's not going to be as long wearing, of course, but do those other tips and that should help you out. You know, I love magnetic lashes. Like they're so easy. Now, I don't know how well these would stay on if you're like, if it's like a date night or, you know, but they're awesome because you can just be like just take them off if you need to. But yeah, so the lashes are on. That was really easy. And then I'm gonna use the mascara from Dome Beauty, which is the Black Magic mascara. I used this in the last tutorial as well. And I'm just gonna blend these lashes with my natural lashes just a little bit because I don't want to get too much mascara on my false lashes. Or if you don't want to do lashes, you can just use this mascara. This lasts a really long time on me as well. Okay, and then I'm going to do a little bit underneath. I don't love doing a lot of mascara underneath my eyes, but do you, of course. Actually, wait. I'm going to take a brush and just sweep away any fallout first, and then I'm going to do it. Oh, yes, and thank you, Sonia. We have a lip exfoliator, a lip scrub from a brand called Snow at Beautyque NYC. So back to Megan's question, they have a lip exfoliation system. It's a really like refreshing, like minty lip scrub. And that's really good for what I said, exfoliating your lips. And you can do that before you put on a lipstick and you'll be good to go. Okay. And the very last thing is setting spray. This is going to be very important for keeping your look on all night long. There's a lot of different types of setting sprays. I recommend like a long-lasting one or even like a matte one. The all-nighter from Urban Decay is like a classic. Today I'm using the continuous setting mist from Morphe. It's like an aerosol, and this just melts all your makeup in a good way. It's not going to melt it off, and then keeps it in place all night. So, and it smells really good too. And you guys, we are done. And I'm going to have this makeup look on for the rest of the night because it's not going anywhere, I promise. And then when you're ready to take it off, you can use, of course, just any makeup remover you prefer. We have lots of cleansers. We have lots of makeup removers if you want to shop them at Beautyque NYC, or use your favorite, makeup wipes or whatever you want. It will come off, but not until you want it to. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all for tuning in. This has been a lot of fun. I hope you're enjoying our beauty classes. And if you have any suggestions, as always, please leave a comment or reach out to us. Our Instagram is at Beautyque NYC. It's BeautyQue NYC. It's up here. There we go. There it is as well. Go check out our virtual store to shop some of these products we use. Great job. Great look. Thank you. Thank you everyone for tuning in. And we will see you again next week, next Wednesday for our next beauty class. So subscribe to our calendar, put a reminder in your phone, and we will see you again next week. Thank you, everybody.